In this section of training, we are going to be preparing our card decks for partner practice activities. We'll begin by organizing our card deck, and then we'll talk briefly about some card management tips. You'll need your Foundations Deck 1 and your Tools Deck 8. Additionally, you will need 4 Post-it notes and a marker. Finally, you should have a few rubber bands handy for keeping your cards together once they've been sorted. In your manual, you have the same chart that you see displayed here. This chart organizes for you appropriate card placement for the visual and blending drills that we will be delivering on Day 1 and Day 2 of training. Beginning with your 4 Post-it notes, write on the front of each note one number, starting with 0 and advancing through 1, 2, 3. Place the Post-it notes on the table in front of you in order. Make sure they're far enough apart for a card to fit below each Post-it. Once you have your Post-its organized, using the chart or watching the following video, let's place the cards in the correct pile for our initial visual and blending practice. If you're comfortable organizing your cards without watching the following video, please feel free to do so.
So teachers, you should have your 4 Post-it notes and you should have your Foundations Deck 101 to cards 101 to 108. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort our deck for visual and blending. By organizing our cards in these 4 piles, it will help us make sure that we only have bare patterns to blend. Eventually, we'd like you to discontinue the process of organizing your cards this way once you become more proficient in your fair deck placement. So how this is going to work is I'm going to say the letter name. You're going to repeat the letter name, and then I will say a number. You will repeat the number, and then you're going to place the card face down under the Post-it note with that number on it. So for example, this is A, repeat, and A2, and so we put the card face down under the 2 note. B, 3, C, 1, D, 3, E, 2, F, 1, G, 3, H, 1, I, 2, J, 1, K, 1, L, 1, M, 3, N, 3, O, 2, P, 3, QU, 1, R, 1, S, 1, T, 3, U, 2, V, 1, W, 1, X, 3, Y, 1, Z, 1. Vowel consonant card goes in 0. And then we're going to pretend like we are going to in fact have a discard pile, and we're going to put these cards in that. So CH is a discard, PH is a discard, and all the rest of these will be discards until I tell you otherwise. SH, TH, WH, CK, DGE, TCH, FF, LL, SS, ZZ. This card represents a consonant E, so A like in cake, and this is a discard also. E consonant E, I consonant E, O consonant E, U consonant E, Y consonant E, and the combo card with a lot of different things on it. AR, ER, IR, UR, and then we get to this A card with an apple. So we want to put the A in 0, E in 0, I0, O0, U0, R0, and this combo card with a lot of different patterns goes in our discard pile 4. All right. Then what I'd like you to do is you set aside your pile A cards, and as you can see, it's a big stack of cards. And if you just look at pile A, you'll see that you have lots of different pictures and explanations on how to do things in pile 8. I would like you to find from pile 8 some BD checker cards, and my cards I have are 822, 823, and 824, and you can see that the numbers are small at the bottom right hand corner. 822, 823, 824, and those cards look like this: B, B, and D. And I want you to put those cards in your 0 stack. And then finally, in the deck 8 card, you have this card, the syllable card, which is 842. And I want you to find that card and put it also in your 0 stack. So let me talk about these stacks for a minute, just in terms of organization and how we place cards. So we have our 0 stack, which has pictures on it, different things. These are cards that we're going to use in our visual drill, but we're not going to use in our blending drill. Then in stack 1, we have our initial consonants. And the way you say, well, how do I know that they're initial consonants? If you look at the back of the cards, you'll see that you have a dot in the left-hand corner. And that tells you that those are initial consonants. Deck number 2 is your vowels. And anytime you're using a card that has a vowel on it, be it a single vowel like this, or it could be AR, it's going to go in the second pile. And then third pile are your final consonants. And you say, well, how do I know that? Well, you know that because they have a dot in the left-hand corner. They could also be placed in the first pile in the right-hand corner. We place them in the third position because we know we need to do that to balance our decks for visual and blending. So cards with a dot in the right-hand corner go in the third pile. All right, so now that we have our cards in our 4 stacks, 0, 1, 2, and 3, we're going to assemble them for our visual and blending drill. So we're going to take stack 0, and we're going to take our sticky note that says 0 and put it on the front. Take stack 1, we put our sticky note from 1 on the front of that stack, and we put that right behind 0. We have 2, and we're going to take our sticky note from 2, put it on the front, and put it right behind deck 1, pile 1. And then we have our pile 3. We're going to take our sticky note from 3, put it on the front, and put it right behind pile 2. So now we have assembled our working deck, as we'll call it, through the rest of training, and we're ready to do visual and blending.
This concludes the card preparation part of training.